The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
This got to be the most exhausting Canucks season of all time, okay? We won a game and we lost a game at the same time. I feel like I got hit in the balls. Bro, what is going on, okay? And one love to Thatcher Demko, okay? Don't say anything mean about Thatcher Demko, hey, Kevin Lankinen. Is this like the Zadorov effect, or is this real? Like, do we need to sign Kevin Lankinen more? The Canucks, they won. They beat Seattle, and then shoot. Get to the episode.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, welcome to the postcast here on Locked On Canucks. My name is Trevor Beggs, co-host of Locked On Canucks and also a Canucks writer with Daily Hive Vancouver. And I'm joined, I think, by my co-host Kyle Bound. If you're on YouTube, all you see is the black screen, but I hear your voice, buddy, and here we are talking about a win. And it was ugly, but at this point of the season, when your defense is so beat up that you're playing Desharnais in overtime, the message has to be just win, baby. And that's what the Canucks did tonight. Let's go. And again, it wasn't a pretty win by any means. You could say, the Canucks, didn't get enough shots on goal, but they found a way to win despite, again, losing Demko as well. So it was a tumultuous night for the Vancouver Canucks, but Kyle, you got to be happy with the win.
I got to be happy with the win. Based on what? Kevin Lankinen being our best player again? Dude, that's what it is. We win because of Kevin Lankinen. And I know we got the 3-1 lead and Myers did his thing. Am I being too negative? Should you shut me up? Should we let you take the lead before? You know what, Trevor? Talk about the positives, okay? Let's not be an asshole right now. I'm stressed out. The Demko thing too. You know what? Before you talk about the game, can I just say again, one love to Thatcher Demko? Can we all agree on that? Can we just take some time not to just be like, oh, he's so brittle. He always gets hurt. He's made out of glass, all this jazz. He's not like, I'm not a scientist, but this guy's heart is probably way stronger than yours. And I'm talking to you, Bagsy, and I'm talking to myself, okay? This guy's will to just do whatever for the Vancouver Canucks, risk his career. I'm paraphrasing, but it feels like that last May and April, just to potentially get back in the lineup with the Papatias injury or the Papalias injury. And again, I just feel as if he's going to do whatever it takes to get back in the lineup too after bumping into Noah Juleson and whatnot. And it's just overall sad to see. And I just want to use this time to be like, yo, I'm actually grateful for just Demko in general, one of the longest tenured Canucks. And again, some people get unlucky, and I feel as if it should be noted that this guy's will and this guy's heart is huge, and it bleeds a lot of blue and green.
Yeah, and Demko, aside from letting that first bad goal, he played a great game tonight until he left with injury. I mean, he kept the team in it early on when, once again, the Canucks had a slow start. Again, just the complete opposite of what they were last year, where they were rolling teams in the first period. So, it is a blessing in disguise the Canucks have Kevin Lankinen, and just for Vancouver in general, like just looking back over the past number of years, Brian Burke famously touted Vancouver as a goalie graveyard, and this was a goalie graveyard for a long time, but it's been a long time since the Canucks have had, really poor goaltending. And Kevin Lankinen, again, coming out of absolutely nowhere. They signed this guy off the street, man. This guy was on Indeed on September 1st, and here he is winning games for Vancouver Canucks. And even if Demko's out of the lineup, Kevin Lankinen has been a quality starter for your Vancouver Canucks. So, and we'll see, again, with Demko, we'll see if we get an update here from Talkit. But again, the message is it's just win. I mean, look at the Canucks defense right now. Okay. It is going to be the worst defense in the NHL in terms of the roster quality. And they're still finding a way to win games tonight. And you want to talk about a positive? Tyler Myers. I thought Tyler Myers had a really good game tonight. I think there were a lot of cringeworthy moments tonight. Tyler Myers on power play 1, Vinny D getting some play in overtime. There were cringeworthy moments in terms of the defense. Guillaume Brisebois getting into his first game in 2 years in place of Eric Brandstrom. Just weird times for your Vancouver Canucks. But, Kyle, we said it earlier today on the show. I mean, you play the Kraken today, you play the Preds tomorrow, you play the Canadiens Monday. You said the Canucks got to win all 3 of these games. I said they got to win at least 2 or 3. But it's really important that the team picks up points right now against bad teams, especially when they don't have Hughes, Pettersson, and Hronik in the lineup.
Yeah, and especially when the Canucks, again, are averaging less than 25 shots per game. Like, they're just not that team that's going to generate. And, again, you can say what you want about the Canucks not giving up a lot of chances. Like, I guess today they probably got up to like 30 shots on goal, Seattle, that is. That's kind of rare for other teams. But just the quality looks though. Like they need superb goaltending. They do. Again, we don't give up a lot of chances, but we give up a lot of quality looks. And Lankinen, more often than not, bails us out. And as Trevor alluded to, I mean, after that first goal that Demko let in, I mean, Seattle probably could have been up 4-1, 5-1 if it was any other goaltender. But Demko was just looking like Demko, and it's gonna have to be a key to success, and that's Lankinen or Demko or whoever looking Vesna-like. Because I'm just how do I say this? Like, I'm not giving up hope, but like in the immediate future, like I don't know if this team can like buckle down, switch things up, not play so panicky. Like it just maybe not in the cards right now. And I've said it so many times. I was hoping that the confidence, because this team needs a little bit of mojo, right? And I was hoping that the base, the floor, the goaltending of this team would allow this team to potentially be in games, get points, we'll just win games, baby, like you're saying, because again, for the third time, they just need that, Trevor. Like that's maybe I'm stressing out too much, or I'm just sad, but I feel like again, it's so clear that they need Vesna-like goaltending, and one of them got hurt again today, and it's just it's what a season. I can't be the only one overly whelmed and emotional and like, are you serious? That happened. Noah Juleson, right? Noah Juleson. There's a chance that this guy doesn't play today. Eric Branstrom gets the healthy scratch for Guillaume Brisebois, and it's like. Now Demko got hurt because he bumped into no. Trevor, am I on mushrooms right now? Is this real?
Hey, you might be, man. It's it's 2025. You know, why not start off your year with a little shroom time, man? But
this is weird. This is strange, bro. Like it's so odd right now that a part of me wants to like look up the orca whale population and see if like it's in decline and they're about to go extinct in 2025. Like, come on, bro. Like the amount of bad voodoo and just injury luck that is going against the Canucks it's like ESPN 30 for 30 like right now, because we're not even at game 41.
Yeah, it's funny. One of the gifts I got for Christmas from a good old Santa Claus there was the book by Ed Willis, Never Boring, talking about the tumultuous history of the Vancouver Canucks. And I'll dive into that a bit more as the season goes on and I read through it. But there really is just never a dull time in Vancouver. But you know, again, I think the Canucks, it's important to remember just how lucky this team was last season, right? No injuries to star players. Everything went right. So many guys had career years. Like you knew there was going to be some kind of a downturn. But, you know, at the end of the day, you just had so much go wrong. And, you know, as Mike Laval's saying in the comments here, most teams will lose a lot of games missing their number one goalie, their two top defensemen, both top centers, a top right wing, and depth players. I mean, It's been a lot of tumultuous
Play the music.
Vancouver.
Play the music. Mike, man. Mike, who is usually like he's probably the closest thing to us, to be honest. Like he's to me, like he's all over the place. But I just love the Deepak Chopra like energy coming from him, because that's the truth, right? That's very much the truth. And here am I saying what again, but it's like, just another injury. And I'm starting to just like lose faith. Speaking of like, Trevor, should I go dark here? Like, do you want to talk more about the positives? Like, take the lead here, because I don't want to drive us straight to hell with this one. Like, I'm emotional. I'm scarred. I'm hit with the knife. But can I speak the truth, or do you want to still be positive here and just lay it out?
I'll find some time to be positive. You get off your chest, buddy.
And I might get called out for this because, you know, JT Miller fights Kevin Ball a couple nights ago, New Year's Eve, right? He's not spending time with his family, right? He's not spending holidays with his family. He's playing hockey, playing the game that we love. He's risking his life. And here I am about to say that this guy needs to deliver way more effort. It's a damn shame the way that JT Miller played tonight. I know, an assist on Myers' goal, and also the shootout winner, right? But way too lackadaisical, honestly. Like, I was starting to get so pissed off at him. I'm like, yo, dude, look at the way Kevin Lankinen celebrated the shootout win, and look at how you celebrated your goal in the shootout. I know it's a shootout goal, but I'm looking at the details. I'm seeing red right now, and it's like just so nonchalant. It's a big moment. Demko gets hurt. Demko got hurt. We need a win. And it's like, give the team some energy. Be the leader. And tonight, he's the lowest ice time guy, 5-on-5 with the Vancouver Canucks. I'm not talking about like defense. Just everyone. Bro, even that, what? JT Miller played 10 minutes of 5-on-5 tonight, and rightfully so, because, again, it did not look like he was really in there. Maybe he was trying, but at the same time, it's like, yo, JT Miller, you are so far off from leading this team right now. We need you to lead this team.
I'll say this: I honestly wonder if JT Miller was hurt. Like he looked like he was a step or two behind tonight, and I don't know. Obviously, it's hard to injure your lower
Okay,
body
okay,
and have your skating disrupted if you get hurt in a fight. But he definitely looked like he was laboring tonight. And who knows,
okay.
man? Maybe he's still hungover from New Year's Eve. I mean, JT Miller is the same age as me, 31 and a half, and I got a bit of the 2-day hangover going on too, buddy. So it's maybe
Yeah.
he's just going too hard. Who knows?
Yo, Trevor, again, I'm seeing red and you're seeing clear because you're a dad. There's love in your heart. Like it's like, you're seeing the game the right way. And I like how you mentioned that because there was that play, right? Meyer scores a goal, Miller gets the assist. And if you look at the replay of the quote unquote celebration, Miller's kind of looking at his hand or just like, there's some discomfort there. Maybe if I'm overly looking at it, but hey, maybe you're right.
Yeah, and we'll cut to break here. I want to do a couple things on this side, keep it positive as well. But I will say this about JT Miller. I mean, good players, even when they have even when they have a bad game, they find a way to get on the score sheet and impact the game. And that's what JT Miller did tonight. He sets up Myers for the third goal of the game. He scores the freaking shootout winner on that move that I think has pissed a lot of Canuck fans off for a long time. But he likes to just go in and then pick his spot in the shootout. And he did that tonight. I mean, JT Miller ended up finding a way to win the game for the Vancouver Canucks despite not playing his best game.
Hey, Trevor, the positivity, bro. Everyone hit the like button right now who's watching this, man. Trevor Beggs with the positivity takes my statement about Miller, and you know what he does? He rips it out of my soul and puts it in his heart, and then he just delivers that spiel. Like, dude, we won the game today. And Trevor, you've been on fire. I know we have to get to break, but you had Miller's back there. Even though your wife has a crush on Justin Timberlake, you had JT's back there, and then you said it earlier. Just win, baby. With this many injuries and this much bad voodoo, just win, baby. Speaking of winning, we're winning today. We got more people who want to talk about the Canucks. We got the guys from the Skate of Mind podcast. We'll link them in after the break. Trevor Beggs with more positivity on the other side. I might shut up in the second segment, man. I might shut up. Hey, Beggsy, take it away.
All right. Well, I'm stoked to have these beauties join us on the other side. But before we do that, let's shout out our friends over at FanDuel. All right, you know the deal, baby. If you are betting on sports, you gotta go check out FanDuel, man. And I'm not gonna lie, betting on the Canucks right now, it's a bad idea unless you're betting against the Canucks. But the Canucks were the underdogs on the money line tonight. And you know what, Kyle? I said it pregame when we did the show earlier on. I said that I don't like the Canucks losing the Kraken twice in 1 week. That often doesn't happen against a division rival. And if you listen to me, which you shouldn't normally do, but if you listen to me today, you would have won a few bucks on FanDuel. Okay. If you're betting on FanDuel, you can get $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. All right. Again, the Canucks playing the Predators second night of a back-to-back tomorrow. I'm not saying bet on the Canucks there, but I'm just saying if you bet on FanDuel, you win $250 if you bet on your first $5 if your first $5 bet wins. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay, Trevor. It's a holiday. It's okay. Just breathe. Okay, start again.
Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your chance to win $250 in bonus bets. Like I said, 2-day hangover, man, but make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
People, we back, and we about to be joined by two other Canucks fans. Before that, though, I'm getting word. And Trevor Beggs, this is the positivity that I'm talking about right here. Okay, this is the positivity. Okay, you got to move your shoulders. Okay, somebody in the comments just told me that it might just be back spasms, nothing to do with the knee. Now, Vancouver injury information, I don't know what that. Like, you can't really take it for anything, right? But hey, it might be a game or two, according to one of the commenters. Okay, I think he's quoting Taka too. So Trevor Beggs, that's what positivity does. Speaking of positivity, maybe these two guys who want to join us right now are a little bit positive too. Okay, so give us a second. We'll load up and keep talking about these Canucks. Okay. Okay, we back with the boys from the Skate of Mind podcast. We got Raj and Harmol. Somebody's got us playing through the speakers. A little bit of echo. If you can just lower that down a bit. I guess I'll start with Raj. I don't know. How do you feel today, man? A lot going on. It's crazy.
I'm not feeling as good as Begsy over here. I don't know why he's always shirtless for the pod, but wherever he is, it must be hot. But honestly, I'm in a better mood than I would have been in if we had lost. But just really quick to clarify, I just got a message. Talkett's post-game interview, he said that it was back spasms. That's where the back spasm. So I don't know if Harmol heard that too, but Talkett said that just now. And yeah, I'm feeling good right now. Let's put it that way. I'll give it to Harmol. How about you, Harmol?
I don't know, man. I'm so like all over the place with this team. Like coming in today, we got the win. It's good, but man, I mean, I just hate these blown leads. Like I feel like even in that game against San Jose, if there's more time on the clock, I think we would have blown that lead as well.
No, I agree with that. And Trevor, like, it's just like I kept talking about this, and I don't know. Again, Trevor Beggs are so lucky that he's positive, but Harmel's right on something. Like we've just been blowing leads all season from game one, and what does that tell you? And are we overly concerned again? Do we need to play the Hindu music again? Like, what does that say about the Canucks?
Yeah, I think there's got to be some level of concern, right? I mean, look, this Ian Cole's quote from last year comes to mind, right? You know, bad teams, you know, they don't lose multiple games in a row, and bad teams especially don't blow multiple third period leads, multi-goal third period leads, I should say, multiple times throughout the season. So yeah, there is a cause for concern. But if you think of two of the blown leads, I mean, they've both been games with, you know, a depleted lineup, right? So I mean, look, I'm giving the Canucks extra kudos right now because they're not playing with, never mind Quinn Pettersson and Corona. They're not playing without Quinn Hughes, who's having a Hart Trophy-like season right now. I mean, when you got Myers and Soucy and Desharnais out there as your three defensemen in overtime, give me a break, man.
Trevor, man, there we're gonna get fined. First, my aunt is swearing in the comments too. Jeez Louise, man. Yo, if she can swear and Trevor can swear, why can't I swear? Speaking of swearing, JT Miller, was I too harsh on him earlier? Harmol and Raj, again, I'm going off on him, just not good enough. It just goes down to like leading the team game in and game out, and there's too much inconsistency there. And bro, when everyone's missing, people talk about Pettersson making 11.6. Like, yo, Miller, you make 8.5, man. Like, it's been long enough, and I know you've been through your ish and personal reasons and all the empathy in the world, but right now more than ever, like the Canucks, like they need consistency, and I still believe through all this mess, if Miller steps up, they can again win 5 of 7, 4 of 5. Look at their schedule, and they kind of need that. And Miller's the guy. Isn't he one of the best offensive centers in hockey through the last couple of years? Roger Harmol, they need Miller to lead again.
Yeah, he's been kind of off this whole year in general. Like I feel like there's a lot of games where he kind of like gives like not like his full effort. You can see like like his potential, and you know what he can do, and then he puts up efforts like kind of like today, and I feel like his ice time reflects it as well, right? I think that Hockett could even see that he's not performing, right? I mean, he's just defensively, we already know, like he hasn't been the greatest at times. So I think he needs to step up big time. I mean, everyone else in our top 6 has been doing great for the most part. I feel like Miller, like as much as people rag on Pettersson, he's still second in points on our team, which is not bad. I mean, it's bad enough that Hughes is leading our team. That shouldn't be happening, but Hughes is, like you guys said, having a hard kind of this season. But yeah, he needs to start stepping it up like eventually, soon, honestly.
I mean, there's a reason he wasn't starting the overtime period. I think Shorty said it right at the beginning. He was like, Miller starts every overtime, and he wasn't even put on. But like at the same time, isn't Miller on like a 4-point streak right now? 4-game point streak right now or something? Yeah. 5 games.
Wow. So
there is
a Miller lover.
Be there. What's that?
No, I'm a Miller lover too.
Every time this happens.
I ride Miller too. I love to ride Miller.
No, I know. I love Miller too. No hate on that guy.
I think we all love Miller, and maybe again I'm seeing red, and I'm like maybe it's a me thing. I got to get over it, and as Roger's alluded to, maybe he's doing enough.
But okay, just changing the topic to like Juleson was the one that ran into Demko in that clip, okay? And Juleson's a local guy. I love the guy, but he's been playing a lot more than I would expect Hockett to let him play. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts? I'm not trying to deflect on the Miller situation, but like Miller.
You just hate Noah Juleson. You just hate
I
Surrey.
do not
You
hate
hate
Noah.
Surrey.
I do not hate
Raj would
Noah-
never date a girl from Surrey. I was on a podcast a couple days
never
ago, and I don't know if he said that, but I'm pretty sure he said that. Yo, Trevor, the whole Noah Juleson thing, the whole Branstrom thing, tell me your thoughts on that, because Guillaume Brisebois coming in and Branstrom coming out, it's risky business, not just because of like having so many similar players playing a game, but also the whole power play thing. What did you think about Talka's decision there? Because I thought it was pretty whack, dude.
Well, it's pretty clear that this organization, or at least the coaching staff, is not the biggest fan of Eric Branstrom, right? And Branstrom's had his moments this season, right? He's had some bad moments too. I mean, he's not Quinn frickin' Hughes, but for the most part, he's been, he's performed admirably, right? So I did think it was a bit of a weird decision. I don't know if his game was either really good or really bad against the Flames, but they've been pretty happy to take Branstrom out of the lineup from time to time and replace him with another guy. And I thought the decision heading into the game was kind of weird. I mean, you got Guillaume Brisebois, who played 8 games all last season, has 1 goal. It's his only point in 23 AHL games this season. He's looked kind of shaky in the AHL, to be honest. He has a -9 right now. But I will say, I thought Brisebois didn't look that bad tonight, all things considered. I mean, he's a safe player, right? And I think, in a game like against the Flames on New Year's Eve there, the Canucks kind of cratered in the third period, but they cratered in this third period too. So obviously switching Guillaume Brisebois for Eric Branstrom didn't do a lot for this team. But I'll say, man, I know I'm smoking the West Coast bias. I'm the most positive guy in this chat right now. But let's try to end this show with a bit of positivity. I'm running a new segment on the fly here. I haven't even run it by Kyle. We'll go to Raj and Harmall first for this, but let's do it. The GOAT of the game. Everyone pick their GOAT of the game. Let's go, baby.
Holy, okay.
Raj, you first, buddy.
I mean, I think everyone's going to say the same name, are they not? I mean,
no, we got to pick different players, man. Come on, if a player's been taken,
I like that.
Okay. I'm glad.
It's going to test our intelligence. Boom, bam, boom, bam.
Well, okay. I just honorable mention, and maybe one of you guys will mention him, but he's not going to be the GOAT for me. But Hoggy had a great game. Very proud of him. I was really hoping we'd get to see something right there. He had some chances. He got a point. But Lankinen coming in, unexpected, shutting the door. Just well done to Lankinen to go to the game.
Yeah.
All right, Harmon.
It's got to be Garland, man. It's got to be Garland. He was a menace. I don't know, man. When he plays in Seattle, this guy just locks in differently. Anytime we play Seattle, it's either in Rogers or Climate Pledge, he plays like a monster. He was a beast on the forecheck, created so much offense. He was honestly to be mostly credited for the whole 4-minute shift that Alexiak had. He was just controlling the play and cycling the puck around. He was just a beast the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like Connor Garland lost his virginity in Seattle, man. Unbelievable.
Oh, dude.
I think honestly, it's from was it last year or 2 years ago when the fan was saying something to him, and then Garland scored and just stared down the fan. I wonder if it's from that time that Garland just got locked in Seattle.
There's a lot of irony there too, because I believe it's probably one of the more viral fights in recent history, but it's when Brandon Tanev just kicked Garland's ass. Bro, crazy. I would say it's a highlight, something that was quote unquote entertaining, not for our eyes, but for the league. Who am I gonna say? Yo, this might surprise everyone because I've seen it in the comments too.
He's gonna
go to Joshua, man. I just liked how he was playing a little bit mean.
Man.
Just playing a little bit mean, dude. Giving an F, bro. I tweeted about this, bro, because we were so bad in the beginning of the first period, so bad. Not giving an ish. The only excuse for me, based on what they were doing in the first period, was a hangover. If these guys partied together, cool, great. We need some camaraderie, straight up. But there I was in the first period, being yo, the Canucks either need to call a timeout, which is never going to happen, or they got to hit everything in sight and give the love tap cross check to the hip of every single Seattle player after every whistle. Get into the game. And what did Joshua do? Again, not the best with the puck right now, but hey. Him and Montour going at it, being a little physical, something to gel the guys together, bring everyone close, get them engaged in the game. And when you're not doing anything, that's what you should be doing. And you know who should be taking notes? Vincent Desharnais. I said this a couple days ago, and he's been playing better. I think 17 minutes today. I don't know, whatever. He's been playing better, but nowhere close to even being a competent number 6 defenseman. And can you just be a little physical? Can you get a little mean out here? That's where they got this so wrong. Maybe talking in Alvin were he could be the next Zadorov if we fix him up because he's got that mean streak. No, he doesn't have a mean streak to him. He's smiling all the time. Doesn't really give an ish about engaging with other players. again, I like what Joshua did, and we need more of that, Trevor.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny, man. You took this positive segment. You just started ripping on Vincent Desharnais,
Yeah,
man.
well,
Unbelievable, man. You got a little, ED for VD or what, man? Unbelievable.
I'm
stuff,
sorry,
bro.
man. I'm sorry, man.
I'm gonna keep it on the D, and for my go to the game, I'm going with 6'8" chaotic giraffe Tyler Myers, baby, playing. You guys know how much Tyler Myers played tonight? Over 25 minutes,
Wow.
25-47. And Kyle, what did we say again when we did the show earlier today, man? Everydayers know it. Or even if you just joined today and you listen to both episodes, you know it. But we said, shoot the goddamn puck. And Tyler Myers had 5 shots on goal tonight. 5 of the Canucks' 22 shots on goal. He scores a goal. I saw a commenter saying, "Oh, but he had that bad pass in overtime." That was all on Pius Suter, lost in no man's land, man. He's still hungover from New Year's too. But Tyler Myers, look, it has been a chaotic season. He's been nowhere near as good as he's been last season. But I thought he played a pretty damn good game tonight. And again, you don't want Tyler Myers playing 25-47 tonight, but you also don't want to be missing Quinn Hughes and Philip Roenick. So that's where the Canucks are right now.
There you go, man. Well, I guess before we get to the other side and some more comments, Skate of Mine podcast. Yeah, go check them out. I don't know what these guys are doing. They just texted me saying like want to hop on. I don't know shit about what they're doing, but sometimes they talk about the games after the game on Twitter. So if you don't want to go the YouTube route, sometimes or X, I'm sorry, you can just go there and join one of those Twitter spaces. Anything else you guys want to say before you get out of here?
I'll give it to you, Raj.
No, you guys are awesome.
He's good without
It's like being surrounded by celebrities and being on the show. I listen to you guys' show all the time, and like just like in the background or whatever. And it's awesome to be here. And you guys are always giving us a positive vibe here. So yeah, guys, I don't think it's as bad, dark, and gloomy as we might be making it seem. I think that these type of really tough days are going to be what I think make us stronger for the end of the season. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I also I'm very, very confident that like if we get to a point where majority of our players are healthy and they're just taking some extra days off, like, you know what? I think that we're there's still a very positive future. Okay. That's what we want to say here. Because today we're not as pissed off as we've been after many other games. Okay. So thanks for having us on. See you guys next time.
Thanks for having us on, guys. I'm not gonna be that positive though. I don't know.
Man, you guys are making my harder with the positivity, man. Unbelievable. Go check out them. Skate of Mine, the Limelight pod. They're doing some great stuff over there.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
I'm
Raj.
not positive. My bad, bro. Again, Raj doesn't want to date Surrey woman from Surrey, but that's like he's got reasons though, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. Man.
I'm a Surrey guy, and maybe I.
No, Trevor, I'm not even joking,
bro.
bro. I'm not even joking. If you listen to one of the latest episodes of Limelight when it comes out, maybe it won't come out because it's so dangerous. You'll understand why. It is what it is. Everyone's got. It's not that deep sometimes. Sometimes it's real ish. Okay, come on, man.
Unbelievable stuff. What are we doing, Kyle? Are we sticking around? We ended the show.
Okay,
What are we doing?
If you got to go, I'm gonna read some comments because people are fiery. If you got to go write your article and whatnot, or do your thing, but I'm down to stick around just to read some comments because we got to give it to the people, man.
All right, I got nothing but time for the people. No ad read here. Just gonna go stroke my you know what for a couple seconds here. You're listening to Locked On Canucks. Your Canucks every damn day.
People. We back doing this. And again, one love to Raj and Harmol, friends of Surrey, British Columbia. My name's Kyle Bound, Trevor Beggs, joining me as well. Hey, we're friends of Surrey, British Columbia too. And hey, we're again, I hope people aren't threatening him in the comments, but Noah Jules from Surrey. Noah Jules can easily kick my ass. If Trevor Beggs and me were in a fight with Noah Juleson in a handicap match, straight up, both of us would die. So I know, but yeah, just not a good time for Noah Juleson. Anyways, yeah, you see any comments that you want to hit, Trevor?
Oh, let's hit the button. I'm gonna find one for sure. All right, let's throw, because I've been very positive on the show, so let's throw to Mike Alker out for a comment too. OMG, this is delusion. No one looked great tonight, and this was a lucky win. And yeah, like how I like to read that comment after I dedicated a whole segment to go to the game where we picked the 4 best players at this game.
No, well, break it down to the sports fan. Like get like your spit some like psychology or philosophy regarding like just win, baby, just win, baby, right? Break that down, because sometimes, like, I don't know, from personally speaking, like, you want so much as a sports fan, and like the Canucks had a good year last year, and you just expect way better. And then in a moment like today, it's like they went through a lot. They still don't have Hughes and Pettersson. They got the win, and I'm here bitching in the first 5 minutes. So again, like, how important is like our wins in this time? The obvious answer is really, but break it down even further, Trevor.
Look, I just think that, all teams, there's a lot of teams that go through rough stretches of missing guys, right? And, I think one case in point to me that stands out is the Colorado Avalanche earlier this season. And the Avalanche treaded water while they were missing a bunch of guys. They've gotten guys back, and they've climbed their way firmly back into the playoff picture now. The interesting thing about how the Avs did it is they had brutal goaltending, and they were carried by their stars. The Canucks right now are almost the opposite. It's their stars that are letting them down. It's the depth and the goaltending that are carrying them. But at the end of the day, teams are going to go through controversy. They're going to go through rough patches. The Canucks are in a rough patch right now in terms of the guys they're missing. And even though it's, a different reason why the Canucks are finding a way to pick up points, they're picking up points nonetheless. And again, we said it before today, they're barely clinging on to a playoff spot. Playoff odds for Money Puck and the Athletic are that they're the second wildcard team right now in the West. But again, if the Canucks can just, withstand this stretch, find a way to pick up points, and then you just got to cross your fingers and yell at your TV a bit that Miller and Pettersson can just figure it out together. There's still a recipe here for the Canucks to be a dangerous team.
Now, there's still a recipe here for, again, that to happen. And there I was, like, losing against some hope in Miller, just like being able to lead this team and getting out of this rut. But again, Trevor touching on the details, right? Kyle Bound is not a professional athlete. What do I know? Like, maybe before a guy like Miller gets to that point where he's feeling himself again, he needs that shootout game winner, and he needs that saucer pass over to Myers, right? Little things, just the points. It adds to the mojo, right, Beggsy?
100%, man. And speaking of mojo, man, the commenters, they got it. Look, at the end of the day, the NHL is a tough league no matter what. And, the Canucks have had some disappointing efforts, but good teams lose to bad teams, right? Smirky McSir saying in the comments, Tampa Bay lost to the Sharks tonight. The Ducks also beat the Winnipeg Jets, right? So, look, even the worst teams in the NHL are going to be good teams. Like, that's why we play the game. That's why you play sports. You never know what's going to happen. And I think going to this game, the Canucks were clearly the underdog. I mean, you look at the Kraken lineup and like lines 1 through 4, their defense. Like, I'm looking at their defense, man. And like, they got Dunn and Montour, and we're playing Soucy and Myers in overtime. Like, are you kidding me? Like, based on that, there's no way we should have won this game once it got past 60 minutes. But that's why you play the games, man. You just never know what's going to happen.
That's why you just need the 2 points, man. It's again, like, through such hell and back already this season. You get so wrapped up again. And again, like, I tell Canucks fans, like, yo, guys, like, remember 17 months ago, we didn't think we were going to be in a playoff spot. Like, we're thinking that this team sucks and they're never going to figure it out. And 16 months later, it's like, oh, this team should be winning 3-1, 4-1, even when they don't have Hughes and Pettersson. Oh, like, it's a lot of things. And just win, baby, is a good philosophy for my heart right now, because I need it. I need to slow down here. Okay. I need to not look at the fact that, once again, the Canucks can't produce any offense, aka just consistent shots on goals. I'm in dire need of a 30-shot performance. But again, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up about my wants right now. Okay, go Canucks, go. A couple more. Just one more comment. Okay. I can't find this comment, but it was somewhere up here, and it was talking about like no empathy for like millionaires. Okay, no empathy for like the athletes and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. They make a lot of money, like, no empathy, like, blah. Dude, they're human beings. Relax. What happens when Trevor Beggs hits a parlay for $700 million? Are we going to lose all our empathy for this guy? What happens when all of you guys hit the like button and this blows up and we become millionaires? Dude, you got to hate it. We're not going to be anything because of the amount of money you make. Dude, don't get that close to sports like that where your emotions let you say dark things, okay? For real. I don't know if that's like some Deepak Chopra stuff, but just slow it down, guys. Slow it down, okay? Again, the whole empathy conversation had, like, it might have started off the Miller conversation, but also the whole Demko thing. And again, I empathize a lot right now for Thatcher Demko, and that's why I'm going to try to ignore the whole injury-prone stuff right now. There's going to be a lot of talk of that recently, but based on what this guy tried to do in May and April, of last year, trying to get his way into the Dallas series if that was possible. Hey, maybe even game 7 against the Oilers, like putting his body on the line. Hey, maybe there's a small, you know what I'm saying? He was doing so much just to get back for the blue and green, a team that's like been losing games for him for years and years. It led by Jim Benning, the whole COVID scare. Like, this guy is willing to do all that for this organization. It's like, dude, I got nothing but love for that guy, and I hope he comes back ASAP and still looks Vezina good. And you know what? There's a chance of that. Okay, maybe Talk is telling the truth, and this doctor staff thingy got it right this time, and it's only back spasms. Okay. My name's Kyle Bound, and I approve of that message. Begsy, take it away.
Well, let's throw to our insider, aka James Moore, here in the comments saying back spasm for Thatcher Demko. Per Rick Talkett, he said, "quote I don't think it's serious. Could be a game or two." And shout out to Nick Bondy. I want to get Bondy drunk and have him back on the show again, but. After that injury, he was saying in our group chat that Demko's not playing another game for the Canucks. And I refuse to believe that's the case. And I actually don't think that's the case either. Because I think around the league, I think there's going to be a lot of trepidation about Demko's health. So you're never going to get fair value for him in a trade. I mean, if he truly is injured, you LTIR him and you hope he's a black ace. But I think Demko is, he doesn't want his career to be over at 29 years old. Like, he's going to fight and claw to get back. Yeah. And I think he sees that if the pieces are in place, if this team is healthy, if they're clicking, this could be a Stanley Cup contender still.
Yeah. Thank you, Trevor. Honestly, Trevor, you felt like my father today. And I just want to say thank you, man. Happy Father's Day. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go Canucks, go. Begsy, sign us out.
All right. Shout out to the everydayers, the occasional listeners, the first-time listeners, the new subscribers, and those of you who join us on the live show on YouTube. Whenever you're listening, wherever you're listening, we appreciate the hell out of you for tuning in to Locked On Canucks. Kyle and I will be back tomorrow on Locked On Canucks during the day. And Kyle, maybe we'll even try to hop on post-game live from Rogers Arena. I'll be at the game tomorrow night, baby. Up in the media booth, man. They let me back in, those dumb bastards. But until then, we got to get out of here. I'm Trevor Beggs. That guy's Kyle Bow. And then you've been listening to Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.